Welcome back to Out of the Fog. Two organizations within our community, For the Love of Learning and Artistic Fraud, have teamed up to present a special premiere of transVersing, a play where some of the most vibrant trans youth in our province take to the stage to bring you a performance that is said to be both challenge preconceptions about the trans experience and burst hearts wide open. Now, although it might be too late to catch the show, I'm not sure. It debuts tonight at the Barbara Barrett Theatre, but of course it's never too late to talk about the topic and the importance of bringing this play to the stage. Joining me now is the director, Berni Stapleton, and performer, Violet Drake. Welcome to Out of the Fog.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's great to have both of you here. So, Berni, I want to start with you. What is this play about, transVersing?
This is the brainchild of Gemma Hickey at For the Love of Learning, and Gemma's a wonderful advocate in our province for queer and trans rights, and had launched the Queer Monologues a couple of years ago. And then Gemma really wanted to find a platform for trans youth. And so we invited submissions from trans youth in Newfoundland and Labrador, and we found that what we were receiving from people was poetry, music, there was dance in some cases and movement, and so we decided we had something that sort of transcended the monologue concept, and so we came up with transVersing because that seemed to represent spoken word and music.
Right, and of course the description, I read where fiddles meet Shakespeare, meets slam poetry, meets soapbox rant, so it's a little bit of everything.
It is, and these young artists have such an amazing richness of eclectic tastes within their own creativity. So we were given beautiful poetry. We were given actually some beautiful collaborations of music with poetry. We have a wonderful artist named Daisy Jeffries who actually collaborates with Violet on a piece. And of course, like every artist, we have people who are fascinated with Shakespeare and traditional fiddle music. Right. It all fits.
Well, we do have some visuals from one of your rehearsals that we will show everybody, just so they can get a sense of, I guess, what it entails. But Violet, I want to bring you into the conversation. So you're not new to performing, but tell us about what you'll be doing in transVersing.
Yeah, so I've been a performing poet for 2 years now, just doing local shows, different poetry sessions here and there around the city. But this is my theatrical debut. And I'm super excited because...
I can tell by the smile on your face right now. Yeah.
I feel so at home with Berni and Gemma and the entire cast and crew of the show. For me, it's such a gift to be able to be one out of many transgender artists in St. John's and Newfoundland and Labrador in general, to have such an amazing platform to share parts of myself that I have been working on for, you know, maybe a couple years now, you know, different pieces here and there that I have yet to publish, but have just been free floating. And I think that this project for me really came at such a pivotal time for me where, you know, my work can find a home in transVersing.
And I'm just curious about that because it seems your work is very personal. You're really sharing a lot of you, and you know, I find it very comfortable here on this side asking the questions, but I'm sure if I was sitting on the opposite side of the couch, I'd probably be quite nervous. So what is that like for you? You know, because you're sharing your personal story, but it is somewhat of a performance as well, I guess, once you get up to that stage. What's that like for you?
Well, all my work is extraordinarily autobiographic in nature. That's the kind of artist and poet that I am. I think, for me, poetry is a way to facilitate a connection with the audience and with anyone and everyone that reads my work. For me, invoking a feeling or creating a bridge between myself and the reader is what's most important. And I think the easiest and most effective way for me to do that is through sharing parts of myself in hopes that others can find themselves too in my work.
Right. And Berni, I know that you're looking at Violet here and nodding your head. Well, because I'm just curious, what have you taken away from this experience working with these trans youth?
It's been transformative for me, working with Violet, Daisy, Finn Shea, Taylor Stocks, Dane Woodland. These are youth who literally risk their lives every day to be their most authentic selves. I compare them to astronauts exploring the final frontier, which is our interior selves. It's, you know, you are soul explorers. And as extremely talented artists, it's inspiring on that level. But as trans youth, everybody, including Violet, have been incredibly moving and brave in sharing their stories through their art. And so when Gemma had the great wisdom to partner with Artistic Fraud on this, you know, we decided that the door is definitely open now to look to how we bring the show into schools and rural Newfoundland in our communities, because you and everybody else, you're definitely very eager to talk to other young trans youth.
Absolutely. I mean, I come from a really tiny town on the Burin Peninsula called Lawn, and you know, for me to sit here and talk about my art and to have, you know, the wonderful, exquisite Berni Stapleton to work with as a director, I mean, it's a dream come true for me. You know, I started writing when I was 13. Never did I ever imagine that I would be on stage in front of, you know, close to 100 people. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And
you're going to be performing to a sold-out show this evening. But of course, as you said, you know, this doesn't stop here. This will hopefully go on. What are the ultimate plans?
The ultimate plans for the Love of Learning and Artistic Fraud are definitely to vigorously pursue a school tour of Newfoundland and Labrador with an intention to reaching the youth of rural Newfoundland. How that exactly works, we're not sure. We had some prominent educators at our invited preview last night, and we're all going to be working together as a team to make this happen so that trans youth can meet and inspire and influence other trans youth through art.
Well, it's extremely important, and I know a lot of people will have interest in this, of course, if they want more information.
Yep.
Where can they go?
They can go to the website for ftlol.org, I think, and also artisticfraud.com. And particularly For the Love of Learning, Gemma dearly loves to talk to people and, you know, is always so happy and generous with information and advice about the project.
Yes, indeed, a wonderful person.
Yeah.
I want to thank you both very much for joining me here this evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All the best with the show, and of course, we'll hear more about this. Thanks very much again. Folks, we're going to have to take a very short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.